Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back. We are, of course, on Isla PENA, where things are actually going pretty well, to be completely honest. We have actually done every bit of research that was needed to be done, which is fantastic news. Everything currently available to us has been unlocked because I decided to go back to ISLA and do it there. That's basically what I did. That was my method for doing all the research. I also did some expeditions. I carried out some expeditions on ISLA and saved up some of the sellable items from those expeditions and then sold them right here on Isla PENA. What I did with that money was, well, there were a couple of things. Number one, I upgraded all of the fences around our newest enclosure to be this sort of concrete stuff, and I also decided to move the Ceratosaurus in there because I figured that might be a better idea. They're actually quite happy in there, which is fantastic news. I have since moved my one remaining Struthiomimus into what was the Ceratosaurus enclosure. There's a reason for that. Unfortunately, you can only ever have 3 transport helicopters at any one time, so one of the Ceratosaurus was put into the new enclosure, whilst one of the Struthiomimus was lying there unconscious, and, well, the Ceratosaurus aren't big fans of the Struthiomimus. That isn't the only thing I did, though. We have 2 Gallimimus ready for release, which is fantastic news. These guys are actually higher rated than the Struthiomimus, and I believe they generally tend to like a fairly sizable population. Yeah, they do. So that's fantastic news. We have 2 new dinosaurs right off the bat, both of them with a higher rating than the Struthiomimus. So both of them should bring in a pretty, well, an improved rating at least. So hopefully we'll see something about that. Dinosaur visibility currently at 100%, which is fantastic news. Fun rating 62%. We could probably look into that, to be honest. We have a few things here. We have the arcade, which would be very, very good for fun, and I don't think we have an arcade yet. So that might not be a terrible thing to get. I would love to put it there, but it is obstructed. We can fix that, though. If we put a pylon just here and connect there, and we put a pylon just here and connect there, we can actually go ahead and bulldoze everything there. And that should let me go ahead and build an arcade right on that corner, which will look fantastic. So we'll get an arcade there. That will increase fun. In terms of money, we're currently doing $111,000 per minute, which is fantastic news. We are still pretty far away from anything here. We have still got a fair bit of work to do, but we actually do have a contract that I'm interested in for science, which is a new genome to 75%. That's relatively easy to do because, like I said, I sent out some expeditions, so we'll just sort of keep going to those 3 locations, and we're going to try and work our way through as many locations as we possibly can, and hopefully that'll work out. We do still need to release Velociraptor with intuitive learning. I don't know if we're going to do that anytime soon, I'm going to be honest. Apply a reduced upkeep 2.0 upgrade. Sure. Reduced upkeep 2.0 to a small power station. I can do that. Let's take a little look here. So, reduced upkeep 2.0 is 60,000. I'll get 100 and something back. That seems fine. And I guess we should probably put improved output on this. Probably not a bad idea. We'll spend the money as soon as we get it. And I guess we wait on the expeditions coming back, which is totally fine by me. I do want to have a little look here. The fun rating is up to 99%. People are actually really happy with this park, other than the fact that the dinosaurs are kind of crap. So that's good. People are generally liking it, and I believe we only need 3 stars to get Isla Sorna. To get the woodland cosmetic, though, we need 5, so that's gonna be a lot of work. What I would like to do, though, is make sure that the Gallimimus are happy, which they absolutely are, because I want to make sure we can release more dinosaurs. And I've been looking at, like, the Nodosaurus, I've been looking The Edmontosaurus, both pretty well rated. The Nodosaurus, 74 rating. Fantastic news. By the way, you might notice Indominus Rex. We got the Indominus Rex. We ain't getting the Indominus Rex for a little bit. It is going to be a little while before we can do that. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Now let's see here. What patterns can we put on an Ankylosaurus? We actually can't put any on the Ankylosaurus, but interestingly, it is rated better than the Nodosaurus. The Nodosaurus, of course, being a bit cheaper. The Parasaur, decent rating, more affordable. Torosaurus, pretty good rating. The Triceratops, not actually as good. The, oh, what was it? Crichton? I've completely forgotten how to pronounce this one. Also pretty good, pretty affordable. We have got a couple of other dinosaurs here. We have this guy, affordable but not as good. We have this guy and we have this guy. I don't think we're going to go for any of those. I'm actually thinking Nodosaurus or Ankylosaurus. Probably Nodosaurus since it's cheaper. But before we do that, let's have a look at the fossils we just got. We have the Chasmosaurus fossils, so we'll go ahead and just extract pretty much everything here. We have the patch that thing. We'll extract that and see what happens. So just extract absolutely everything. Sell the osmium. We will absolutely sell the platinum. That's going to make it much easier to get a couple of Nodosaurus. And we have everything queued up here. So first things first, let's send this back out. We might get up to 75% on this particular science contract, which would be fantastic. And I think we are going to go for, I don't know, how much, what's the saving here? About 100,000 for 6 points of rating. Admittedly, the Nodosaurus hasn't really been modified, so we could look into that. I want to go coastal on that. In terms of defense, I mean, we can get the rating of the Nodosaurus up to 84, but the price then becomes more expensive than the Ankylosaurus. And I'm pretty sure the Nodosaurus, now that I think about it, doesn't like large groups. So we need things in this enclosure like the Brachiosaurus and the Diplodocus. But again, I don't remember if they like, being on their own, so we could get a Diplodocus, but it might very well be a bad idea because it might need a social group. I don't know on that one. I am going to go with the coastal pattern though. And I guess we're going to have a little look here. I wonder if there's any kind of record. I've never really gone in depth on this sort of thing. So Diplodocus is here. It doesn't really give me anything here. It doesn't really give me any info here, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to wing it. We might very well have to wing it here and hope that Diplodocus isn't a very social animal and my voice is just going all over the place because I'm a little nervous. Oh, that doesn't seem safe at all. Oh yeah, we'll see if Diplodocus likes social groups or not. We'll just wing it. Hope for the best. Doesn't seem like a good idea. Okay, let's do it. Let's just do it. We can nearly afford 2 of them. So if one of them gets annoyed, oh, they're not going to like the area that they're in. It isn't going to be big enough. Okay, in that case, I'm thinking 2 Nodosaurus. We'll do 2 of them. There we go. I'm faffing around a bit too much for this. It's totally fine. These guys are doing fine over here as well. Again, the rating is really good here. It is just that variety. We just need more dinosaurs to get people interested. Admittedly, with the money we have currently, it's very tempting to build another enclosure over this way. We do have a decent little bit of space for it. So if we were to go in and take out that path, for example, and we'll go in here with a heavy steel fence. I don't think I'm too interested in using the anything other than heavy steel. I'm just going to come straight across here to about that point, and we'll just sort of go straight this way. And I know heavy steel is relatively expensive, but this should be fine. We can sort of come down here, curve up that way, curve over this way. And done sort of like this. So that should be alright. I think we can connect there as well. Now, I'd like that to be a bit more of a straight line, if possible. I don't know how possible that's necessarily going to be. I don't know about that. I don't like the little curve we got going there. So let's see if we can maybe just go like this instead. Yeah, that's going to be better. Alright, so that's going to be a new enclosure. It's actually quite sizable. We could maybe get a Diplodocus in there. We could maybe get a Diplodocus in there. I am not really sure, though. Definitely not really sure on that one. Probably not worth risking it either. Oh my god, we have a lot going on here. Let's just keep extracting this DNA. We're gonna get something up to 75% at some point, so let's just keep going there. We are gonna need some viewing galleries and things along here. They're actually... one viewing gallery is pretty much enough for that entire enclosure, so that's perfect. That is straight up perfect. I do want to get a nice little path on here. I actually have a little bit of an idea for it too. So if we go out that way, go out this way. I want to see if I can take this right up to, oh, we need a gate, don't we? So what if, ooh, I totally forgot about the gyro station. That's very tempting. It's actually very tempting to put it over here as well. That could be very cool to have. It's a bit expensive, but letting people sort of, well, I don't know how safe it would be. But I think over here is going to need a gyro station of some point. Some kind, rather. I can't speak. It's fine. But I think here could have a gyro station. Even if it ends up being Velociraptors, we have the money for it. It's probably fine. Let's say we can also have the gate on this side here. And then we need to connect everything. So what I want to do is connect this to there. Bring this over, and I want to try and bring the path as close to that fence as I can. Just so that we have, we sort of have everything, you know, nicely laid out where possible. Probably take that out and do some kind of little curve there. So something like that, maybe. That could probably just go straight across, to be honest, but we'll do that. Looks a little bit silly, but it'll do the job. Let's see. We want to go to about there. Maybe we'll leave the gate sort of open. So to there, and then straight across as well. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do, so I can put some shops and stuff on all of those bits. So this would go to about there, and then come straight down to about that point, and we'll connect it like so. There we go. So that'll let us put some shops in there. This right here can be bulldozed. The gyro station doesn't actually have anything going for it right now, which is probably fine. This is a bit weird looking, but that's fine. That'll work out really, really well. Now, what I want to do is, for one, get these Nodosaurus out of here. And I'm going to sincerely hope that they're actually quite happy with their setup, because if they're not, that's going to be really awkward. Let's go ahead and just continue extracting DNA here on all of these. I think I missed one. I totally did. So we'll extract that. We'll keep going. We can keep going on these expeditions, even though I'm not really sure what we're getting back from them. And let me see. Are you actually happy? You are happy. Fantastic. Your social group's fine. The population's about all right for you. Monetarily speaking, we're almost at $150,000, so that's great. I just kind of want to put something over here, though, and that's going to be tricky, because I realize we kind of need a breeding enclosure that isn't this one. This was sort of supposed to be the breeding enclosure, but it kind of isn't. What if, I mean, I can't really bring a fence off of anywhere, can I? I can't come off of there. I wish I could come off this front part, but that doesn't really work either. Because what I was thinking is we could pretty much box this bit in and then have a gate on it. So if we have dinosaurs we want to tranquilize, we tranquilize them, but if we want them to be able to run free, they can just leave the gate open. That honestly might be the way we have to do things here. And it might not be so bad. to be honest. It might not be the worst thing in the world. Because we can go up to, you know, about there and come straight across to there and, you know, hopefully that'll work out. Obstructed. Obstructed by what? Oh, obstructed by the entrance. Oh, dear. This might be tricky. This might actually be tricky. Too close to dinosaur? Really? It's not obstructed there, though, which is fantastic. So, in theory, I should just be able to go straight across to about there and do that. And that should work, I would imagine. You know, have a gate on that side and have a gate on that side. And if we just open the gates, we end up with something that is just an open enclosure. Does that really... I mean, it's probably not the most efficient, I'll be honest. 8 new dinosaurs? Sure, we can do that. I mean, you're happy enough. You're happy enough. So yeah, they're all still happy.
If Dr. Malcolm is to be believed, then...
The gates are open. It's not like they're trapped. It's not like anything bad's happening, and that will mean that we can still incubate dinosaurs that would otherwise try and murder those guys. Like a Velociraptor with the intuitive learning modification, except we can't do that because Velociraptor is kind of like to be in a social group. Now this guy here, the Metriacanthosaurus, could be useful to have. The Dinodocus would be neat. Baryonyx would be kind of neat as well. But we just don't have the money for any of them. I guess we might need to look into fossils and see if we can sell anything. We have some things that we can sell. And we just have a bunch of DNA that we need to extract as well. So we're just going to stick on the DNA extraction. It's probably costing me more than it's worth at the moment, but that's fine. I don't know if I want to go out on an expedition, though. 180,000 per minute. Maybe we just wait. Maybe we just wait. We try and get ourselves like a Metriacanthosaurus or just some kind of dinosaur that can, you know, be a major attraction. I mean, 126 is not bad. 273 on the Indominus Rex. The T-Rex is 4.8 million currently, so probably not going to be doing that anytime soon. Velociraptor is 1 million. Obviously, I actually have serious modifications on the Velociraptor, so we could go for a boring old Velociraptor that's actually quite affordable. Like we could bring the price down quite considerably. But the rating starts dropping so much as well. And that's the point where I have to ask, is it even worth getting a Velociraptor? It probably is. Intuitive learning, like that's all it needs. I mean, it's a contract, it's bonus money, so I mean, what have you got right now? Immune, increased bone, intuitive learning's right there. I mean, that's affordable. We can get 2 of them. And it's gonna be fairly viable as well, so I guess that's what we should do. I guess we close these gates and we start looking at incubating 2 Velociraptors here. Fairly boring Velociraptors. Nothing. I mean, I'm starting to realize why the plot of Jurassic World was people are bored of dinosaurs. I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, they're just Velociraptors. Pfft, who cares about those, right? I'm that guy. This does not work here. This does not work here. Why did I do this? Wow, that hurt. That sucks. Okay. We need to bulldoze you. I'd like some of my money back, thank you. Right. Well, that's a pain in the tuchus. That is most definitely a pain in the tuchus. Fortunately, we can't afford another one. I don't know if I want another one, but who am I kidding? I want another one. I absolutely want another one. I want to get these paths back in first, though. So let's just have this, you know, this can go as far this way as it can go. This can go to there, and then this just connects Maybe right in the corner? Something like that. That's kind of cool looking. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so that'll be our gyro station, which might not work where it is because of the gate. I realize I may have made a terrible mistake again, which is great. Just great. Fantastic. So stoked about this. We do need to make sure we can feed the velociraptors, which is going to be about $200,000. So, boom. And they are going to need water as well. So, let's make sure that they have a bit of water up in the corner there. Now, once this thing's built, can I do what I want to do here? I actually can. Fantastic. So, it's a little, it's got a little bit of a price to it. But that's all right. Let's just have the gyrospheres sort of go around in front of the viewing gallery, sort of come over by the fence a little bit. And we'll take them up by the water so they can see the velociraptors sort of drinking should they dare get in the way of a velociraptor and something it wants. That would be brave. We'll bring it over this way. We'll sort of bring it down here. And like that. And I think that'll work. It seems like a pretty good, like, route through there. I do think we're going to want some trees. I think the velociraptors are probably going to want a little bit more of a shrubbery going on there. So we'll do that sort of thing. I think we'll just put some trees over here as well. Just to enclose the area a little bit. I think we're going to do some trees there as well. There we go. So we got gyrosphere going out already. There's people actually in that. There's people actually in that gyrosphere. They're like, oh, I'm having a great time. I'm just watching that goat cross the track. Don't know what that accent was, but sure, that'll work. That's perfectly fine. Is what that is. This went from Australian to English to like Cockney English to that's staying. That's not gonna regret that anytime soon. Right, let's release these velociraptors. ACU helicopter, go tranquilize this guy as quick as you can, please, because he's gonna get very, very mad at his setup there. That helicopter's miles away. This is gonna go badly. I think I've made a terrible mistake. I feel like I have made a terrible mistake right here. Because he doesn't like the grassland, the forest, nor his social setup. What a surprise. And velociraptors are very famous for getting angry fast. Oh, that helicopter is far away. I will fly. How do I fly? Why can I not fly? I'm not sure why it wasn't letting me do anything there. That's great. Alright, velociraptors. You are going to be first. I don't know if you were the one that I needed to... Oh, I missed. Great. Hey, that'll do. Alright, good start. Oh, no. No. Alright, we got one done. That is a start. Oh, I missed him. Come on, man. Come here, you. Come on. Hey, there we go. Let's try and hit him again. Oh, I missed. He should be out cold, though. Yeah, they're both out cold. That's fantastic. All right, let's start transporting the velociraptors into their enclosure. And let's hope for the best here. The good news is we can start opening these gates and let the herbivores laugh at them. The herbivore, like, there's gonna be a Nodosaurus out here somewhere. This guy right here. Gonna be Vinny. Vinny's gonna be sat there going, hey, look at these schmucks over here. They getting tranquilized, huh? They think they so tough with their big teeth, huh? They out of here. The helicopters have come to get them taken away. I hear they never see the light of day again, huh? That's just Vinny's interpretation of what happens here. It's not actually true. Let's go ahead and reboot this power station. I realize I have, in fact, put my, my rangers up there. That is probably not a good place for them to be, but there we go. The velociraptors are being moved. I'm sincerely hopeful that they'll be happy in their new enclosure. We actually have a decent bit of money as well. Now, the Nodosaurus are okay with the current population. So what I'm thinking is maybe we could get away with 2 Ankylosaurus. I am not sure on this. I'm not certain at all. But I reckon we could probably get away with it. There is a storm incoming. Now, that is not good. Most things here are covered. Most things there are covered. Things up here, however, are not. So, let's see what we can do about that. Let's get the storm defense station there. Let's just get that connected. And let's hope for the best is what we can do. And both of my Velociraptors have been placed in the new enclosure. They are, in fact, happy about the enclosure, which is great news. I'd be very surprised if we don't actually hit 3 stars fairly soon. I'd be very, very surprised about that. Now, the storm has hit. We are in the middle of a storm, but I believe everything is going to be covered. My only worry is that the Velociraptors might freak out and go, oh god, there's a storm. Let's just try and break out of here. Especially given that the walls on their enclosure aren't particularly sturdy. That could be awkward. That's all I'm going to say about that. That could be a bit awkward. Hopefully it doesn't work out that way. Now let's see here. I want to bring this over here as far as I can go and down like that. And I want to bulldoze you. Just again so I can have that space for shops, which is kind of a big part of what I'm trying to do here. I eventually want to get like T-Rexes in here and Brachiosaurus and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not too sure how likely that's going to be. Now, Power Station 1 is actually damaged here, so let's get that repaired, please. And come down and repair that as well if you get an opportunity to do so. Uh-oh, there we go. Velociraptor trying to break out. We got a Velociraptor. Yeah, he broke out. I knew that was going to happen. We don't even have a bunker. We don't even have a bunker, and the security teams are super far away. So, ACU helicopter is going to need to tranquilize both of the Velociraptors. We are gonna... What is this? Dinosaur rated at 2.5 stars. Consider it done. We are going to need an emergency shelter. So, I reckon we could put it over there. If it would fit, which it totally will. Alright. We have got some dinosaurs ready to release. Let's go ahead and get the Ankylosaurus out of there. I'm really hoping that will be effective. Really hoping those guys will be happy. Yeah, both the Velociraptors are ever so slightly going nuts right now. That's gonna be rough. Are you happy? You actually would have been happy with no friend, which is interesting to note. The population is probably going to be about as high as it can be at this point, though, for these guys. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully, they're all going to be relatively all right. This Velociraptor is probably going to be tranquilized. This one is... well, looking a little bit out for blood, is what I'll say. Oh, no, it's been hit. It's been hit. Probably going to pass out sometime soon. There it goes. All right. I'm not sure how many people got murdered in that, but probably too many. Probably going to be too many. Are we losing money again? We are, because of lawsuits. Well, that's awkward. That's always going to be awkward is what that's going to be. But hey, I mean, we've got a Velociraptor that technically murdered someone. Does it have like a higher rating for it? No, it does not. Oh, that's a shame. I was really hoping that, like, oh, come see the Velociraptor that killed 6 people the last time it broke out would be I was hoping that would be a star attraction, but evidently that is not the case. Evidently that is not how people look at dinosaurs. They look at it and go, that killed 6 people. I probably don't want to be anywhere near that. But you know what? It's their loss. Are we really... I could swear the lawsuits went up a bit there. I could swear those lawsuits went up a little bit there. That is That is rough. That is rough. We are probably gonna go down into the red for a little while we sort the lawsuits, unless we straight up go out of business. That is something that could happen. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend what little money we have left on an expedition, because I'm that kind of boss. Let's see here. Ranger teams need to medicate this dinosaur, so get on that, please, if you wouldn't mind. And let's just take a look here again. Yeah, so the lawsuits are in fact going down. That's fantastic news. Velociraptors have been returned to their enclosures as well. I'm wondering if we should go for... if we should start looking at the concrete on this. Because obviously, I mean, we've got electrified heavy steel. We have concrete walls, and I believe in the research tab, we also have, well, we have the drivable gyrosphere, which I want at some point, but we have the electrified concrete, which could be very useful. We just need that. We need to get the security rating on this island up massively, which probably going to be tricky, to be honest. The dinosaur rating isn't so good at the moment. There isn't a huge variety. We do have room for enclosures up here, though, so we're probably going to need to do something about that, as well as maybe swapping out the Ceratosaurus for something a little bit more interesting. That might very well be something we have to do. We also need to change this Jeep. We need to go to the Ranger teams here and say that I want them to be... I forgot we had all these. Obviously the 93 Jeep. Obviously the 93 Jeep. Go medicate that guy as well. And then go medicate that guy. Now it looks like we are making money again. 228,000. Fantastic. We do also have some fossils here. So we'll go ahead and continue to extract those. And I think I'm also going to go ahead and grab a contract for entertainment, since we don't have one currently. So let's request a contract from entertainment, which is going to be 2 carnivore fossils. That's actually going to be really, really easy. Let's just see if we can get right on that. Let's go for somewhere that's going to sort of guarantee that I get carnivore fossils. Ceratosaurus is kind of cheating, though, because we've maxed it out. So Dilophosaurus. I think I've maxed out all of the carnivores. No, I haven't maxed out Baryonyx, so we'll go there. We'll go to those 2 places, and we'll go to there. And we'll see how that works out. We got a couple of expeditions to the south of the UK and one on mainland USA, so hopefully that'll work out. In the meantime, let's take a little look here. So capacity is a complaint. Capacity is a complaint. Shopping isn't amazing. So capacity and shopping are things that we need to look at. Now that's obviously going to be a hotel and some kind of shop. So we could do a gift shop. I think we have one, though. We absolutely do. We also have a restaurant, so a toy shop, possibly? A clothes shop. No, that's something we don't have. Unfortunately, it doesn't really fit over here. Otherwise, I'd totally put it there. Oh, it does fit there, though. So let's do that. Let's get a clothes shop right in there. That'll actually look really good. And what we can do is actually bring this path right down here and have it sort of line up really nicely. There we go. Yeah, that totally works. That totally works. Oh, what have we got here? Hey, that was easy. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So, so Isla Sorna, we've got wild inhabitants on Isla Sorna. We will need to do some heavy landscaping, but there's also remarkable dinosaurs. That's great. We've unlocked Isla Sorna. I'm actually really happy about that. We could, of course, go there and get more research, but I think we're going to wait for just a little bit, because there is still a lot of work to do here. So we'll hold off just a little bit. So what do we got? Gift shop, restaurant, arcade, and clothes shop. We don't have a toy shop, so let's get one of those in here. I know this is just more money to spend, but it's fine. I think we just unlocked... What did we just unlock? Did we just unlock something? We totally did. The bar. Absolutely get the bar, man. Can I put it up here? Oh, I totally can. Absolutely get me a bar. Absolutely. And then what else? A bowling alley? We haven't got fast food, do we? No, we don't. Let's do fast food then. Let's throw it in there. Let's get a bunch of stores in. That's kind of what I wanted this space to be anyway. So the visitor rating of the island, the facility rating should go up pretty high. It is just the capacity that's an issue. And unfortunately, number one, we can't afford a hotel. Number two, we don't really have the room for it down here. So the hotel is actually going to have to go up this way, which is going to suck. Just throwing that out there. It's gonna really suck having the hotel so far away. But that is just gonna have to be the way of it. Now let's see. Can I by chance bring this up to here? Now that's a little too far. See, what I want to do is have a little path that goes along behind these. But aha, connect to them really, really nicely like that. Okay, that is perfect. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like it when it connects like that as well. That's really nice. There we go. So people can walk around those. We got fast food. We got all this stuff in here. Monetarily speaking, 300,000 per minute. Man, I'm actually really happy with this. I'm really happy with this. This feels like we're being productive. You know, we've got like a proper like center for the park here, shops everywhere, paths everywhere. It feels right, man. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this. The next question though, hotel. Again, no room for it in here. No room at all. I'm thinking we could maybe try and get it here. It is unfortunately just one hotel, but I think that's just gonna have to be, again, I hate to keep repeating myself, but that's gonna have to be the way of it. Oh, excuse me. Man, I got something in my throat right there. That was not pleasant at all. Let's just smooth all of this out a little bit, so it looks a little bit nicer. As for power on the hotel, I mean, can I run a pylon behind this place? I actually probably can without too much issue. So let's do that. And let's do that. And let me just bulldoze those bits so we don't have pylons right in front of it. We are going to need a substation. Can I actually get that back here? It doesn't look like it, which is a shame, but we can fix that. So we can put a substation sort of, well, we could probably get one in here. Yeah, we can totally get one there, which is probably the better way to do things. So let's just do that. Yeah, so that'll have power. It is going to need a connection to the path, so there we go. And we'll have a hotel. Now, it's obviously not very close to everything, but it is a hotel nonetheless. And it's not like we were going to get an enclosure in that spot anyway, so that's probably fine. Let's see here. Do we have enough money to upgrade the walls over here by chance? I know that this is a very, very expensive process to upgrade to the heavy concrete. But considering it's velociraptors in there, this seems like it's probably a solid investment. Now the velociraptors are actually really close to the fences back there, so let's just upgrade what we can, and I need the velociraptors to move away from the fences. I am not entirely sure they're going to do that, though. I guess we'll find out. Can you guys finish up your meal and, you know, leave? That'd be great. You there, whatever your name is. We haven't named dinosaurs in a while, actually. I feel kind of bad. I feel kind of bad that we haven't named dinosaurs in a while, but I feel like on one hand, we're getting to the point of the game where it's like, you know what? let's just try hard, you know? This island especially, like this island is... It is a tough one, man. It is a tough one. Like the last island, or was it the last one? Whatever it was. Isla Tacaño, the one where you start with like no money. It's tough, but once you crack it, it's so easy for it to become your most profitable island. Because it's the one where you get the T-Rex. You know, obviously we get the Indominus Rex on this island, but it's so much money. Can these guys leave this part of the... Thank you. So there we go. That's now nicely enclosed, which is fantastic news. Is there anything here we don't have? So the bar, fast food, toy shop, carnivore fossil, consider it done. So fast food, toy shop, arcade, the bar, the clothes shop is there. The bowling alley. I guess we don't have a bowling alley. So the only thing we don't have, and we don't actually have the room for it. Of course we don't. I think if I got rid of those paths, we would though. So let's do that for a second and see. Yeah. So that actually, that's a shame, man. I like those paths, but the bowling alley is kind of more important. Plus, I guess we can still have a nice path here. We can go like this, bring it down that way, and then go up to there. So we can still link that around. You can still walk around there. And this could actually go straight down like that as well. That actually looks all right. I mean, it's a little messy. I think maybe some trees in there could be an idea. You know, just try and brighten the space up a little bit with some nature. Which is apparently not something we can do. We apparently have no room for nature in here, but that looks all right to me. It doesn't look friendly. I think that's partially because it's nighttime. And partially because we have power cables going overhead and storm warning towers and all that kind of stuff. The area in general is just not all that friendly. Anyway, ladies and gents, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm actually quite surprised at how well things are going. The profits are okay, and we had one breakout, but we have a hotel. We're actually making money. We have 3 enclosures. The rating is over 3 stars at this point. People are happy with pretty much everything. The drink, fun, and shopping, as well as food, are actually way down, which is making me think that perhaps we need them to be closer to the hotel, which in time they will be, because we will eventually have an enclosure up that way. So that is going to be something we need to improve. But what I'd really like to do is save some money, because let's be honest, an Indominus Rex is only $2.5 million. So, I mean, if we were to, oh, I don't know, maybe go to here and maybe sell some iridium, maybe sell some fish, you know, we could find ourselves in a spot fairly soon where we could 100% get ourselves an Indominus Rex, especially if we were to just keep going to different locations and maybe eventually get some platinum. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, thank you kind of for watching. It's been my pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.